Kales from House here. It's your boy E-Train, Young Smack the General, giving you my post thoughts on Leo SantaCruz versus Carl Frampton for the Super Featherweight WBA title. Congratulations to Carl Frampton. He defeated Leo SantaCruz. It's very interesting seeing how the pro game is handled versus amateurs and vice versa. To me, Leo SantaCruz still has a very amateurish boxing style, even as a professional, 30 some odd fights in at the age of 27. Um, he probably was a monster in the amateurs. He seems to have a decent chin, but he's always going to run into problems because he just seems to so bent on getting off combinations that he does leave openings for they're there for the taking. He needs to start to sit down a lot more and commit to his punches to keep his opponents more honest. And going back to Carl Frampton, you know, the Northern Ireland, they're going to be celebrating quite a bit tonight. And where does he go from here? You know, if you follow me long enough, you follow us long enough, you know that I'm always supporting unification and undisputed type paths for fighters. um, Carl Frampton, Lee Selby, that's a big fight over in the UK, that area, over in Europe. You got Gary Russell out there, and you got some other names. But the name that no one wants to mention is Guillermo Rigondeaux. It's unfortunate that these guys moved up the division. In my opinion, both Leo and Carl to duck and avoid this man. Going back to Leo SantaCruz, it's very difficult. He's throwing 1,000 punches. He's missing. He's swinging wildly. He has to commit to making his opponent that's in front of him pay more. Almost like his punches are. He has a little bit of pop, but it's almost like he's content with pity patting and trying to win around that way and being flashy versus really sitting down and, like when you hit a guy with a straight right, boom, you knock his head back, versus, you go jab, jab, and then you touch him, but you don't really commit to it. You don't really throw your weight into it. You don't really turn your punches. You don't really pivot. Leo needs to go back to the drawing board and really make those punches count. That he's throwing all these punches and flurries and punches and bunches. He needs to really start committing and owning those rounds and those exchanges versus the guy that's scoring more all the time. He needs to start to hurt his opponent a lot more. If you look at, that's what won, we have a very recent example, that's what won Keith One-Time Thurman his fight with Sean Porter. The cleaner, more effective punching. And there was, in the second round, Frampton had wobbled SantaCruz. Looked like he was in a little bit of danger, but to his credit, he recovered quickly. So it's very interesting in the featherweight. You kind of had Nicholas Walters that moved out of the division. You had Lomachenko move out of the division. I think the timing of some of this is real funny style, if you ask me. So I'm all for things getting cleaned up inside the ring, outside the ring, with the drug tests and that, and with these who's better than who and who's the best in all these different weight classes. So that's my post-fight review. This is E-Train. KOs for Miles. Please subscribe. Follow us on Twitter.